Hello, freak bitches.
Night and day. It really drives. What the problem with liberals and progressives?
Is that real? Well, this is by whose definition is that? I've always thought progressive means that you support gay rights, you support women's rights.
That's the outcome of gays with non-gays. They want gays with
non-gays.
Yeah, they want gays to have the same rights as. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I want that too. And this is what I was going to say. There's a lot of overlapping magisteria when it comes to these things. For example,
another great word, magisteria.
Yeah, I know.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard anybody use that.
Areas of interest, things that they want to have, domains they want to have.
Sounds so much better than areas of interest, though. So, write that down, Jamie. We're just going to start using that one, magisteria. Oh, sorry.
I'm glad I've given you something.
Yes.
So yeah, basically, a liberal. There's no real argument against gay rights from a liberal perspective because liberals want universal rights.
Of course.
If some people can get married, gays should be able to get married.
So
what's the argument? Oh, I'm Christian. Get fucked. I'm an atheist. Not an argument, right? Whereas the progressives, they want it because someone else has it. Someone else has this, therefore they want this because they want. And then,
but by whose definition? By theirs or yours?
Theirs.
Like you're defining them.
Well,
that way?
That's what they define it as. They're the ones. They're the ones saying all this. I mean, like for affirmative action is the example of this.
Okay.
Like, a liberal would never ask for affirmative action because in the liberal worldview, people should be free to pursue their own goals. Now, I mean, liberals are usually very anti-racist. That's not a category on which you would judge someone. Same with sex. I would never turn around and say, right, okay, well, your CV is really good. I mean, you clearly know what you're doing, but you've got some tits, so get out. That would be ridiculous. That's not a reason to do that. But the progressive will do that if you're a man. The progressive will say, well, I'm sorry, we've got. We want equality. Well, and this is what we define equality differently as. I call it equality of opportunity. They call it equality of outcome. Because they'll turn around and say, well, you know what? We've already got like 70% men. So, I mean, your CV might be great, but you got a dick. So we can't take you. We're going to take that unqualified woman instead because we need to get to parity. Because they want equality of outcome. They want 50% men, 50% women.
I have a friend who was a big wig at a big internet company, and they had to deal with that shit all the time, where they would have men who were far more qualified, who they were getting pressure to push out to make room for, they were specifically looking for a qualified black woman. They were like going out of their way because they wanted to give out the appearance of diversity.
Exactly.
But that's because they're also scared of criticism, right? So they're scared of being attacked by
progressive activists
and by race pimps. I mean, there are a lot of race pimps, which is
I like
a dark
that term, race pimp. That's a good
term.
term.
It's not mine. They used it for Jesse Jackson back in the day.
But it's a good term.
And he's been outed as a race pimp. I mean, they've talked to people who's famously come to organizations and said, "I'm going to give you diversity courses." And you're going to pay me a certain amount of money, or we're going to protest you.
It's like a secular religion, isn't it? And they're a new priesthood.
Well, it's people don't like being criticized, and they don't want it to hurt their business. And when you
get fucked,
especially if you're dealing with an internet business, internet-based businesses, like Google, for example, Apple, classically liberal, right? You would say progressive.
Well, progressive, yeah, they're not liberal at all.
Very left.
That's the thing. In England, liberal actually means liberal. In the United States, liberal means progressive.
Well, I hate all these fucking terms.
They're a nightmare.
It really is a nightmare.
It's taken me a long time to really be able to hammer out the the ins and outs ideologically of it, and so I can explain it quite efficiently now.